According to Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Have you heard about what Caitlin Clark just did? Instead of simply agreeing to a standard sponsorship deal, she's actually reshaping how these partnerships work. Clark's groundbreaking $13 billion collaboration isn't just massive, it's a real game changer. What makes this even more fascinating is the reaction from some WNBA players, which might surprise you. This deal could seriously shift the landscape of the sport. Stick around as we dive into the unfolding story, including A'ja Wilson's response that's making waves across women's basketball.
How? In what way? What does she sell out tens of thousands of Wilson basketballs in 40 minutes? I mean, what has A'ja Wilson done to say that she is worth every penny and then some?
Wilson and High have teamed up to launch special Caitlin Clark basketballs in bold purple and yellow designs. The Dreamer and Tribute editions are set to hit the shelves just in time for the holiday season, making them an ideal gift for basketball enthusiasts. This unique partnership, along with eye-catching promotional campaigns, is generating plenty of buzz.
Here, they just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
This $13 billion partnership really highlights Wilson's eye for emerging talent. On the other hand, Nike may have missed an opportunity. Wilson recognized Caitlin Clark's potential early and made a bold, game-shifting decision. Let's rewind to when Wilson first brought Clark on board. It was a powerful move that's now proving to be a major turning point.
Caitlin Clark just did something nobody has done since Michael Jordan. Wilson Sporting Goods signed the WNBA star to a multi-year deal. She's the first female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, and it will be built similar to Jordan's collection in the 1980s that included those signature basketballs.
Moment the deal was announced, social media exploded with reactions, and all eyes turned to Wilson's move to bring Caitlin Clark on board, a true game changer. This was a bold gamble, something Wilson had only done once before with none other than Michael Jordan. It's clear that Wilson has once again pushed the boundaries and made a lasting impact on women's sports.
Only athlete to have a signature basketball with Wilson other than Michael freaking Jordan. Wilson's head of global partnership said, "We haven't done a deal of this magnitude since we did one with Michael Jordan 30 to 40 years ago."
When Clark's first signature basketball hit the market, it sold out within minutes. Tens of thousands were gone almost instantly. This level of demand is rare and brings to mind the impact of Michael Jordan. It's hard to name another athlete in recent years who can drive sales like this. Caitlin Clark has now become only the second athlete in history to have her own Wilson basketball. Simply put, Clark moves products. As I mentioned before, she's not just a basketball player, she's a sales powerhouse. Back in September, her debut Clark-inspired basketball sold out in under 40 minutes. The response was overwhelming, but Wilson isn't stopping here. They see something extraordinary in Clark, something they haven't seen before: her star appeal, incredible talent, fan connection, and ability to spark demand make her a major focus for Wilson's future plans. And so far, their bet on her is paying off in a big way.
I don't know that I can name an athlete in recent memory that is sold at this level. And there's the key, folks. Caitlin Clark moves products. Caitlin Clark moves merchandise. And here's what I was talking about too. They mentioned it here. Where in September, Wilson dropped the first Clark-inspired basketball. It sold out in under 40 minutes. Tens of thousands of basketballs snapped up almost instantly.
Clark isn't just transforming the game on the court, she's also reshaping conversations in boardrooms and marketing meetings across the sports world. This major shift raises big questions. How will companies now approach women's sports? Will they start to see female athletes differently? Will their strategies for reaching sports fans evolve? And more importantly, will this change how women's sports are valued overall?
And shout out to Wilson. I think we all really, really appreciate what Wilson has done. They seem to be the only business, the only entity that has taken Caitlin Clark at face value for what and who she is and the opportunities that can bring. Fully, completely embraced her, been great with their marketing. Product drops. I mean, I don't even know how many different basketballs now, but they've made multiple product drops with, limited quantity, I guess you could say. They're sold out right away. They keep doing more.
Wilson and Clark are gearing up to elevate things even further, and their influence on women's sports is expected to be nothing short of powerful. Are you ready to see where this $13 billion partnership leads next? Because this move by Wilson is only the starting point. Recently, Caitlin Clark made a bold decision, but here's the twist. Instead of signing a typical endorsement deal, she chose to team up with Wilson and Hy-Vee, the major Midwest supermarket chain, to actively grow and promote women's sports in a whole new way.
You can see here, Caitlin Clark lands $13 billion brand collab as WNBA stars bond with Wilson grows deeper. And that's the cool part, man. Shout out to Wilson.
It goes even deeper, and that's what makes it so exciting. You might think of Wilson as just a chain of supermarkets, but they're far more than that. They're a retail giant now fully invested in Caitlin Clark's rising influence. But this isn't just about slapping her name on a cereal box. Instead, they're building something completely original and genuinely captivating.
This is a collaboration with supermarket chain Hy-Vee. They rake in more than $13 billion annually. Huge company, just in time for the
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Guess who's re-entering the scene? Hy-Vee is launching exclusive, limited edition basketballs called the Clark Dream and Tribute Wilson editions. Inspired by Clark's personality off the court, together, Wilson and Hy-Vee are teaming up to create a sort of powerhouse alliance.
So what this is Hy-Vee has announced an exclusive, yeah, that's right, an exclusive drop of Caitlin Clark's Dreamer and Tribute Wilson basketballs. Very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. You know, they probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but you know, this is probably the type of thing.
But why is this such a significant development? It all comes down to what it means for marketing women's sports. This partnership is breaking new ground and establishing a fresh blueprint for how female athletes can collaborate with major companies moving forward. From the beginning, they've stood behind Caitlin Clark, showing genuine dedication to her journey. You might also recall their support of the Caitlin Clark Foundation during her time in Iowa.
And get this, Hy-Vee says it's making a donation to the Caitlin Clark Foundation in honor of her record. $35,690 will be donated. In Clark's basketball career, she's scored 3,569 points to beat the old record.
Beyond just signing a contract, Clark is actively involved in designing products that reflect her personal journey. Wilson explains that each basketball symbolizes a different chapter of her career, from her days at Iowa to her rise as a WNBA star. This approach makes perfect sense, as building a brand goes far deeper than simple marketing. In fact, according to Sport Pro, she ranks as the 4th most marketable athlete worldwide.
And then at number 4, Caitlin Clark, LeBron James at 3, Vinicius Jr., who is a Brazilian soccer star, and number 1 being Simone Biles. As you can see, Caitlin Clark is the only WNBA player in the top 10, and she's actually the only WNBA player in the top 20.
What does this mean for the future? It could inspire more companies to take bold chances, think creatively, and put greater investment into women's sports. Maybe next time a female athlete signs a deal, the impressive numbers won't catch us off guard. They'll be the new standard we expect.
While strengthening the partnerships she's already built. From basketballs flying off shelves to multi-million-dollar endorsements, CC is at the forefront of athlete brand.
Clark has strong backing from Wilson and Hy-Vee. But what about Nike? You'd expect the sportswear giant to be fully involved by now, yet that's where the story takes an unexpected turn. It's surprising that Nike signed Clark to a $28 million deal, but since then, they've remained largely silent. Fans are left wondering where Clark's signature shoes, jerseys, and major marketing push are.
And her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials. We have not seen any ads. We have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise. And we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes. It is mind-blowing.
In the fast-paced world of sports marketing, Nike's failure to fully capitalize on Clark's rising popularity is striking. Even though her jersey sales have surged by 500%, Nike hasn't stepped up to meet the growing demand. Despite Clark's undeniable star power, each day that passes without action means missed opportunities and fans left waiting.
Yeah, where is Caitlin Clark's shoe? Jersey sales skyrocketed by 500% this season. Where's the shoe, folks? Where?
Industry experts are puzzled, suggesting that Nike should have prominently featured Clark in billboard campaigns, released signature shoe lines, and taken other major steps instead of seemingly sidelining her.
Where's the shoe, folks? Where is it? Paige Becker recently landed her own signature shoe. Crappy shoe, but she got one. And yeah, you're right. Vocal, of course. Why not? We should be vocal. Absolutely ridiculous.
Reports suggest that Nike aims to focus more on A'ja Wilson's shoe line rather than Caitlin Clark's. However, from a marketability standpoint, this strategy doesn't quite add up. Clark's shoes clearly have the edge in popularity and appeal.
He reports Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the third time. We have talked about this multiple times on my channel. Is A'ja Wilson currently the best player in the WNBA? Yes. Is Caitlin Clark currently the face of the WNBA? Yes. Do I think if A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the
Things get even more intense when Nike steps in, especially as other brands are already launching exclusive products, and Wilson's basketballs continue to sell out within minutes like everyone else. Nike clearly recognizes Clark's immense value.
It's an absolute and utter embarrassment. Nike should be shut down simply out of shame for the way they have treated Caitlin.
While Clark is clearly showing that women's sports can generate significant revenue, it seems everyone is profiting except Nike. So what's going on? Is Nike, the biggest name in women's basketball, making a costly mistake? Or do they have some insider insight that we're missing?
She had the craziest momentum that we have ever seen with any athlete in the history of ever. And the fact that Nike did not capitalize on that, the fact that they are the biggest athletic sportswear brand in the world, and we didn't hear a peep out of them the entire season, it truly makes me wonder, like, if I were Caitlin Clark's management, and again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I would be truly rethinking the deal that I signed up for.
The story isn't over yet. In what appears to be a reaction to Caitlin Clark's groundbreaking new deal, there's a sense of envy brewing inside Nike's boardroom. They have one of the most exciting basketball talents on their roster, yet they aren't fully leveraging her potential. It's like owning a Ferrari and never taking it out of the garage. Fans are speculating that Wilson's recent 6-year contract extension with Nike may be driven by jealousy, sparking debate over whether that deal can truly rival Clark's unmatched commercial success.
A'ja Wilson, Nike, agreed a 6-year contract extension after third WNBA MVP, which was, of course, one of those participation entitlement MVPs. She was awarded the MVP before the season started because of the complaint campaign that she should have gotten it the year before instead of Brianna Stewart.
Social media is buzzing with reactions. While some fans support Wilson, others are calling her deal into question. The WNBA community remains divided on how significant these partnerships really are for the future of women's basketball. Thanks for watching my video.